Okay, so while all the headlines are, screaming about conflict in the Middle East, there's something else brewing under the surface. A Jesus revolution.
A Jesus revolution.
That's right.
Wow.
Our deep dive today is going to take us into a CBN News report that reveals a surprising trend.
Okay.
Muslims converting to Christianity in growing numbers.
Yeah.
You might be surprised at just how widespread this is.
What's fascinating is that this isn't just a fringe phenomenon.
Right.
We're seeing a significant shift, particularly in Iran.
Yep.
You have an internal poll suggesting 80% of Iranians actually prefer a democratic government over their current Islamic theocracy.
That's huge.
Yeah.
So is that what's pushing people towards Christianity?
Mm-hmm.
This yearning for change?
It's certainly a factor.
Yeah.
Remember, Iran has been grappling with social and economic issues for years.
Right.
High drug addiction rates, rampant corruption, widespread poverty.
Yeah.
People are disillusioned.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking for answers.
Right.
For hope.
Yep.
And for many, Christianity is providing that.
It's almost like Christianity is filling a void left by the failures of the current regime.
Uh-huh.
The CBN report estimates at least 1 million Muslims have already converted to Christianity in Iran alone.
Wow.
And the regime isn't happy about it.
Right.
They're closing mosques, cracking down on Christian gatherings, even arresting converts.
Oh, yeah.
What do you make of that?
It's a classic case of a regime feeling threatened.
Yeah.
They see this conversion wave as a form of dissent, a challenge to their authority, and they're reacting accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the interesting part.
Okay.
While the government is cracking down, the report indicates that family and friends of converts are often much more accepting.
That is surprising.
Yeah.
You'd think families would be the first to push back.
Right.
But it sounds like they're seeing something positive in this shift.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It seems they recognize that Islam hasn't worked for their loved ones.
Mm.
Maybe they see their friends or family finding genuine peace and purpose in Christianity. So they're more tolerant.
Yeah.
They're happy. Their loved ones found something that brings them meaning.
It really highlights the power of personal experience, which seems to be a key driver in these conversions.
Right.
The CBN report mentions Muslims having dreams and visions that lead them to Christianity.
And we can't forget the impact of organizations like Tide Ministry, a Christian radio broadcaster specifically targeting Muslims.
Interesting.
Their broadcasts offer a message of love and redemption, a stark contrast to the more rigid or even punishing God, often presented in other interpretations.
That's an interesting contrast. It seems like that message is really resonating with people, especially those seeking a more personal connection with the divine.
Mm-hmm.
We'd love to hear your thoughts on this, too.
Yeah.
Does this idea of seeking a different kind of God resonate with you?
Right.
Share your perspective in the comments.
Yeah, definitely.
It's inspiring to see, people finding solace and strength in their newfound faith.
Yeah.
But the CBN report also makes it clear that this Jesus revolution isn't without its risks.
Right.
Especially in places like Afghanistan under Taliban rule.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Converting to Christianity in certain regions can be incredibly dangerous.
Right.
You're talking about suspicion from your community, the possibility of being ostracized by your family, and even the threat of death.
Wow.
It takes incredible courage to embrace Christianity in those circumstances.
Absolutely. It really highlights the depth of conviction these converts have.
Yeah.
They're risking everything for their faith.
Right.
The report also mentions another challenge, the difficulty of knowing who to trust.
Oh, yeah.
With the constant fear of being exposed, building a community of fellow believers becomes incredibly risky.
It's a catch-22.
Right.
You crave that connection, that sense of belonging with others who share your faith, but the very act of seeking it out puts you in danger.
Yeah. It makes you wonder, how do these converts find support and strength in such isolating circumstances? What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah.
Share your insights in the comments below.
Definitely.
And this Jesus revolution isn't confined to Iran.
Right.
The CBN report points to the rapid growth of Christianity in Yemen. In fact, the Joshua Project, a Christian research organization, reports that Christian growth in Yemen is almost double the global average.
That's a remarkable statistic, and it speaks to a larger trend we're seeing across the Middle East. Even in Saudi Arabia, a country known for its strict interpretation of Islam, there are signs of change.
Wow.
The monarchy seems to be taking a more tolerant stance towards Christianity.
That's a significant shift.
Yeah.
What do you think is driving this change?
Yeah.
Is it purely political, or are there deeper societal forces at play?
It's likely a combination of factors.
Okay.
On the political front, Saudi Arabia is trying to present itself as more moderate and open to the world. On a societal level, perhaps there's a growing recognition of the need for greater religious freedom and tolerance?
It's fascinating to see these shifts happening even in places where you might least expect them.
Yeah.
This Jesus revolution is challenging our preconceived notions about the Middle East,
Right.
showing us that beneath the headlines of conflict and instability, there's a deep yearning for something more.
It's a powerful reminder that change often happens in the most unexpected ways. And it raises a crucial question.
Okay.
What does this mean for the future of the Middle East?
Right.
Can this movement lead to lasting change?
Yeah.
Could we see a more tolerant and peaceful Middle East emerge as a result of this Jesus revolution?
Those are big questions, and they're worth exploring. This Jesus revolution isn't just about individual conversions. It's about a potential societal transformation.
Right.
So where do we go from here?
Yeah.
What does the future hold for this movement, and what are the potential implications for the region and the world? Stay tuned as we continue to unpack this fascinating phenomenon. It's a story that's still being written, and it begs the question, could this movement ultimately lead to a more peaceful and tolerant Middle East?
It's a hopeful vision.
Yeah.
And one that's gaining traction. This Jesus revolution really challenges us to reconsider our assumptions about the region.
Right.
Beneath those headlines about conflict and political turmoil,
Right.
there's a vibrant undercurrent of change happening, of people searching for something more.
It's amazing to see how this movement is reshaping not just the religious landscape, but potentially the political landscape as well.
Right.
What are your thoughts on the long-term impact of this?
It's hard to predict the future, but this has the potential to reshape the entire region.
Wow.
Imagine a Middle East where religious freedom is not just tolerated,
Right.
but embraced.
Yeah.
Where different faiths can coexist peacefully and engage in constructive dialogue. It's a powerful vision and one worth striving for.
What do you think, listener?
Yeah.
Could this be the catalyst for lasting peace in the Middle East? Let us know in the comments.
This Jesus revolution is a testament to the human spirit's enduring search for meaning and connection.
Absolutely.
It reminds us that change often happens in the most unexpected places and in the most unexpected ways.
It's been an eye-opening deep dive exploring this surprising religious shift and its potential to reshape the Middle East.
If you found this deep dive insightful, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating explorations of current events.
Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep diving deep